Ladies and gentlemen, the man of the hour, Louder with Crowder. Let's talk about his video, allowing crime based on race, what actual privilege looks like. And let's see if he can convince us that what he's saying is real.
Across the pond, back to here.
Here.
Because America
it's
first.
back from-
Or today, second, because we talked about Russia first. This is, I need to warn you if you have children here. I want to sort of look at the macro a little bit. There have been a lot of crimes that people have not covered. For example, well, there was one where there was another one that we don't even have in the show today. Was it Alabama or Louisiana where it was racially motivated, where the guy shot...
I think it was a black guy that was
well, of course.
after white guys.
It was racially motivated in that case, but that's why you didn't hear about it.
Yeah.
And we are seeing more crime. We're seeing crime spike across the country. But I think what people are missing here is we've had things ebb and flow.
Yeah.
Right, with crime.
Right.
But there is a notable spike here, and there's a notable pattern of behavior, and it really is, right now we have a culture where there's a complete lack of accountability, where criminals feel that they can commit what were once relatively serious crimes without any consequences.
Yeah.
That is not true in any sense of any word, unless you're like an insurrectionist.
Compared to, Russia, where you're in a punk band and you never see the light of day again.
Yeah. Well, they were basically told that they can do these things
Yes.
by the government.
Who told them they could do these things?
So before we get to Walgreens, which everyone is talking about, this happened Monday, but I don't think the footage was really out there until yesterday. I'm warning you guys, this man gets shot, a security guard, but he lives. You don't see him get shot in the video, but you do see the lead up. So if you have children around, I wouldn't have them watch this. Lenox Mall in Atlanta, I guess it used to be one of the better malls. Shot in the chest, point blank.
If anybody... Sorry, I like my cherries. If anybody knows anything about Lenox Mall, you know it's not a safe area. So he's lying from that point.
So the story says they were demanding his Apple Store card.
I think you have to call.
And that is a rotund lady with a firearm, according to the police report.
Call the police. Call the police.
For people listening, it's very clear the security guard does not want to get violent. He's trying to avoid confrontation. Two people cornering him with a firearm. He's backing up. And finally, you don't see it, but yeah, that's what happens. The man, no, he lived.
No, good.
He's still alive, from what I understand. Hey, can I say at this point? Can I say overweight hood rat bitch when she?
That's a very interesting take. Does everyone agree that that's a very interesting take? That's some weird shit, ain't it? How he just threw that in there. Why would that be something that you would use as a descriptor for the person that you just saw?
She shoots someone with a gun who is innocently trying to be nonviolent. Can I call that woman a bitch? I just want to make sure that's not a violation of YouTube.
Why did he drop the hood rat part out? I wonder. Maybe it's not so much the bitch part of that statement that's like something that people would overreact to, but why'd you throw in the hood rat? Overweight hood rat? That's not, y'all don't see that clear-coded racism right there? You don't see that take? You don't see that as like echoing itself out? Just wear a Klan's robe, bro. Just wear a fucking Klan's robe. Like, at this point, you are not hiding that. You are pretending to, but you are doing a horrible job of pretending.
Guidelines. It's a calling someone, hey, can we say that woman, can I say she's acting bitchy?
Well, that's
Bitch-ish.
Blowing a hole through a man's chest cavity?
Yeah.
Who didn't deserve any of it, by the way? And this is not...
Mind you, these two people were caught, they were punished, and they will serve time. I want you to keep that in mind.
an isolated incident. This happened, by the way, Atlanta Zone 2. So I looked up some police stats from there. Murders have increased 17% since last year.
Jeez.
Shootings 26%, but here's the kicker. They increased from 2019 to 2020 133% murders and shootings 164%.
Okay. All right. So let's go back to this chart real quick. Management stats only. Murder. Years to date, 2021 is 7. Years to date, 6. 6 divided by 7. 08. Translate. So the change, the percentage, is the amount of between the difference in the holes, and if you take each shooting as a whole number, you'd have a 17% change. It went up to 17. Years to date, 3 to 7. The change is 133%. That's about right. 2 point. So look at how he just listed. He used the chart, right? Look at how he listed that stat. It's went up 133% from 3 murders to 6 murders to 7 murders. Excuse me. Mind you, apparently, according to his, rape has gone up, but it's gone down. Robbery's gone down. Burglary's gone down. Larceny's gone down. And he highlights the number of shooting incidents. The number of shooting incidents has gone up 164% from 11 to 29. His own source does not catapult the point. Remember how people said, yo, if you see the number go from 1 to 2, that's a 100% increase, but that sounds a lot different from 201 to 202? He's doing this. Oh my God.
Kicker. They increased from 2019 to 2020 133% murders and shootings 164%. So total, you're looking at about 150 and 180 something respectively since the riots have started.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. 2020 was horrible for most places. I can't believe they are outdoing that now.
Really?
I can't
still
because I
going,
thought
yeah.
2020 would be the worst.
Oh my gosh, it's like a pinball machine. They're trying to hit the high score.
I know.
Y'all not seeing the cleverly veiled racism here? This isn't clear to you that men like this do this shit? This ain't for the people who already know he's full of shit. This is for those people who still hang on his every word and act like, oh, I'm such a dude, Chad, bro. Like,
Well, it's almost like they got away with stuff for so long they just kept doing it because it actually has nothing to do with the cause.
Dave,
Yeah.
that's logical. Stop it.
And it's
they are getting away with it because nothing has changed?
almost as though there are no consequences.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's weird when you take away consequences.
But they were caught. There are consequences. The insurrection was passed off by the people who were threatened by it. That's no consequences.
Consequences from shitty people.
You know what I see there, though? Two things that might solve that problem. Actually, you know what? Maybe 3. We need to first, obviously, fix systemic discrimination.
Yeah.
2, more gun control.
Based? Shit take. I hate people when they say that shit. Oh, he's so based, he accidentally wants this shit. Like, guys, come on.
3, send in a social worker. You want to send in people who can do less than the guy who was just shot.
Nobody wants to send a social worker to an active shooting Who's saying that? Who's saying that? Tell me. Tell me which reputable source right now is saying we should send in social workers. We should send in social workers to active shooters. Matter of fact, we just watched a debate between New York City mayoral candidates who said, and I quote, substance abuse, mental illness, homelessness. Where in there is, if a dude has an AK-47 and he's gunning people down, send in a social worker. No, you got that opinion off of some random person on Twitter and with a fucking anime avatar picture, and like all of a sudden you took that 8 steps too far down the road, and now all of a sudden you're on your own television platform, on your own show with a whole fucking shitload of subscribers all giving you money for these absolutely moronic shit takes just for you to be able to say the most thinly veiled, clearly obvious racist takes that you can have while hiding under the guise of being a dumbass comedian that doesn't actually have a standpoint of view in anything that you're saying, and you just want to rile up an audience because you know for a fact that the things that you are saying are not only not true but are inflammatory, and somehow YouTube still allows this like fake white supremacist to sit up here and say this clearly racist agitprop. Like, make it make sense for me.
He's a security guard. They shot Paul Blart. I assume he has some kind of a baton. That's what happened. There you go. Now you know what happens if you send in social workers.
That's what happens? That's what happens? Oh my God.
Who are less capable in the realm of physical violence?
Yeah.
You ever met one?
Well, do they have a clipboard?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm in full support.
Will they
Send 'em
talk
in.
sternly to the individual?
Yeah, I am also in full support.
Yeah.
Send them in.
Jeez.
No, I just would like to see. I think it's an important test.
Yes.
Yeah.
That we
Liberal
see if this
volunteers,
works.
yeah.
I mean, it's only fair.
This goes to what happened yesterday, which has gone viral. So that's an extreme example.
Yeah.
And this is another example. People don't know this. Anything under $950 in San Francisco that you steal is no longer. Basically, they can't do anything.
Oh, I'll be back.
Right.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Free reign.
Yes. So these people shot that guy. That security guard was shot by 2 people, and then here two Walgreens security guards in San Francisco.
Notice how he left out that the guy survived. He said it earlier, but I just want you to pay attention to the fact that he just so happened to say out loud, those people shot that guy.
Just watch as a man with a bicycle inside a Walgreens
Yeah.
takes stuff. So you think someone comes in, bun.
He's stealing hair color?
The weakest thing ever. Stop it.
Look, he's not even in a rush with the automatic door.
No.
Oh wait.
Unbelievable.
I've been more frustrated, more rushed. There's more of a sense of urgency when I get an angry text from my pregnant wife.
Yeah.
Like, stupid Walgreens store. This guy's just like, wait for it, it'll open.
The most ironic thing is he brought his bike in because he's afraid someone might steal it.
Yeah, you can't just leave it outside.
He said the thing. He did the thing. He said the thing. He said the thing. He straight up said the thing.
This guy's just like, wait for it, it'll open.
The most ironic thing is he brought his bike in because he's afraid someone might steal it.
The most ironic thing. Why is it ironic that a black man would be afraid of somebody stealing his bike?
And I thought the headlines write themselves, but think about this for a second. This is what happens in New Jersey. In New Jersey, you can actually be sued by someone who breaks into your house. People say, well, because New Jersey has castle doctrine. No, you also have a duty to retreat. So in other words, unless you can prove that there was no back door, if you trip a guy in your house, you could be sued. We are now in an environment.
That's not true. That's not what duty to retreat means.
Like in San Francisco, where criminals are encouraged.
Okay. He talked about 3 things just now. He talked about a shooting, which people were caught for. The guy survived, and they will face punishment and jail time. He then talked about a Walgreens, which, as you know, the employees are literally told to just let them steal if something happens. Do not put your life on the line, because all of those products are insured, and all of those products have a profit loss margin where they pretty much like can just say, okay, we already account for like a loss in when we buy these products and when we sell these products, and then jumps all the way to like some random situation made up in his head in New Jersey, and then ties all 3 of those together. Now, you say at the end of this video, well, why? He's not racist. Come on, bro. He's not racist. No way. What's the title of the video? Let's examine. Allowing crime based on race? What actual privilege looks like? Wow. I wonder if he's trying to say something there.
And law-abiding citizens are discouraged from taking part in society. They're fearful.
Yeah.
They are afraid. And this is, of course, true. You see that I was surprised that I don't know. Twitter obviously has their thumb on the button. You could at least try and make the left look good, because when Walgreens was trending, immediately leftists rushed to the defense of these people. So let me read you some of these criminal. If victim shaming is a thing,
Oh, yeah.
perpetrator praising is a thing.
Yes, definitely.
So one guy wrote, organized crime equals one dude on a bicycle shoplifting from Walgreens. The real organized crime, preventing people from getting their medicine, is the pharmaceutical industry. Yeah, I'm sure he was picking up his ivermectin.
This is the Kamala defense, right? Well, I know he's shoplifting from Walgreens, but Big Pharma, I'm like, the two aren't connected.
Yeah.
He's not behind the
Hey,
pharmacy
by the way, you guys are walking billboards for Big Pharma.
Yeah.
Okay? Two companies. And I'm not saying I'm not saying anything
Nothing bad.
anti-vaccine at all.
No.
But I'm saying you guys have no problem asking for mandates and passports with really only 3 companies, 2 that have a duopoly in the United States, with Moderna and Pfizer. I never want to hear from you or Stephen Colbert did a let's all go to the lobby with vaccinations by pharmaceutical name. Never again can you lecture me about Big Pharma. I don't care about...
This is extremely different than what the argument against Big Pharma is.
Your Kashtanga root or what you're doing with your Ayurvedic medicine. No.
This is just this is nauseating. Y'all really sit here and defend this man.
No. When push came to shove, you guys became quislings for 2 pharmaceutical companies. It's done. It's over.
That man
You're
not even
lackey.
staying on the same
Go home.
topic that
Now,
he started on.
These are other tweets justifying it. Regarding the Walgreens CEO getting a...
If you're concerned about Ludi Klen, okay, some random person here. It's funny. He posted Tariq Nasheed as a leftist. That's funny. That's funny. We covered him before. That's
$25
funny.
million bonus. If you're concerned about looting,
I know it's leftist because he's like literally attacking the left
I've got
like he
some
always
news
fucking
for
does.
you. Oh, well, there's a hot take. And then,
Really?
of course, resident pile of garbage, Tariq Nasheed tweeted, this Walgreens situation is one of those see what happens when we don't let the police do their job and kill those N-words propaganda stories. Well, I believe you're paraphrasing because I wouldn't use that type of racist language, but the general
You wouldn't? You really wouldn't? Because you're making an entire video kind of based on it.
sentiment, correct.
Yeah.
And
By the
also, that's not what happened. He left on a bike with a trash bag
He
of
strolled
stuff.
away.
Yeah, having
Nobody
a
got
cop
shot.
handcuff him is not this. Like, tell me the story where somebody has been shoplifting and his behavior was like, "Officers, I'm sorry, I'll drop the goods," and was shot and killed. Tell me that story
yeah,
because I
someone
haven't
finds
read it
me
yet.
one.
Right?
As far
I swear to God. Well, it's not the police, but dude got stabbed for stealing shit. Wow, yeah, Walmart employees have done it. So I guess it is a thing that happens. Wow, look at that. I mean, it's not police, but it's a thing that happens.
far as I'm concerned, that man-bunned guy in the bomber jacket that looks like he was one of the guards in the Santa Claus when the elves tied him up with tinsel, that guy should have clotheslined this guy in the bicycle like Doink the Clown and a midget was running out before him. That's how brutal it should have been.
You're going to lose your business if you don't stop people from coming in and stealing everything.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, this is something that's also interesting. Arrests in San Francisco have gone way down despite larceny going up. So see that number? There were years where over 60% of those thefts went, either arrested, prosecuted, charged. Down to, was it 17?
Well, crime is going down, Stephen. They're not prosecuting.
Yeah,
many
exactly.
people, so the numbers are good.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
So they've already closed 17 Walgreens in San Francisco. Some people say it's due to theft. Some people say, well, no, you can't argue it's due to theft because they've closed a ton of stores in New York, too. I understand your point there, but I would argue they closed in New York also due to theft. This is the issue right now.
How would you argue that?
Because people are afraid. They don't want to be in the nightly news and lose their entire livelihood. Let's be honest about what it is. And I love how people separate. I don't know if Walgreens, I believe in certain states there are franchises because of different pharmaceutical laws, but in general it's corporate.
Like, he's not even sticking. That doesn't. So you haven't told me that these crimes are allowed because of race. Dude who shot dude arrested, shoplifting nothing. Anybody could take.
But look, let's not act like.
So it's not based on race. It's based on the crime system. Are you saying that we should reform crime?
Walgreens is the only place that's been affected by this. When people say, oh, these giant CEOs, do you know what a franchise is? Yeah. Do you know that a franchise allows mom and pop shops to actually start up businesses without all of the overhead?
Yeah.
You know, when you go to whatever, it could be a Chili's or Buffalo Wild Wings, half of these places are franchises. They're small business owners who just didn't have the capital to start something on their own.
Do you know how hard it is to open a franchise?
You are hurting them.
Yeah.
People have this idea that you own a turnkey business and you're a multi-millionaire.
Right.
Some people own 3 or 4 different ones and maybe make 15 grand a year eventually off of each one.
Right.
Imagine somebody who franchised a Subway 2 days before Jared got arrested. They were like,
We just signed
finally
the
our
paperwork."
dream.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, our spokesperson did a what?
You guys remember this started with
That's literally what happened. And Subway started closing around the fucking nation because of
Walmart. Whenever they locked up certain products that were high theft products, they were accused of being racist.
Yes.
And now that and they went and took it away, and they said, "Oh, okay, I guess we can. I guess we have to allow theft now. I guess theft."
That's not. Oh my God! Why would only the black products or people that generally use those products who happen to be black or minorities? Why were only those items being stolen or being locked up? Sorry, I fucked that up. And in that case, it's funny because you are both alluding to the fact that people don't have enough money. That's why they steal these things. Because if they had millions and millions of dollars, they wouldn't feel like they need to. It's so easy. I guess we have to allow theft now. Who the fuck is this guy? Who the fuck is this guy?
Is now a social. It's a human right.
No, it's not. I guess they are allowing
Yes,
theft in
that's-
San
that's what
Francisco.
I mean.
$950. But here's the thing:
For people who have insurance, they insure businesses for losses from single thefts up to $950 and reimbursement. Say the rest of the line, Steven.
$950. You say, okay, fool me once. Another $950? All right. Wait, hold on a second. Me think someone should keep an eye on the people coming in on bicycles. $950?
Better watch those black people coming into your store. They could steal something.
It adds up. People don't
Yeah,
understand.
that's right,
You can lose thousands of dollars a day, and they do, and they're closing down stores. Can you attribute it only to theft? No, but I'm pretty sure it factors into the equation.
Oh, they already have protection against it, you fucking marsupial.
It has fundamentally changed the fabric of our country here, and we've even talked.
And now we go all the way to it's fundamentally changed the fabric of our country. Yeah, as you know, black people are going to just start stealing and doing everything. So you better get your guns up because they're coming for your house next. And maybe they'll even steal your wives and, cuck them in front of you.
This is just the one that you see, but it's been going on for the last several weeks. You guys remember they canceled Cops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For obvious reasons.
Yeah.
The show, yeah.
But there is the reiteration, now that's been playing for weeks, no cops. And there were quite a few instances of what we're discussing in last week's episode. Tonight on No Cops.
That's all. We're close right now. Bring us something home and then
We recording. You recording somebody?
What?
Oh, okay. Do I gotta take your phone?
Stay tuned for more No Cops.
You people fucking suck for making that man as popular as he is. That's my end statement.